So we're looking at waste management now. This is right at the end of the spec, and there hasn't been a question on this before, so I'm sorry. I don't know what the question's going to be, but if we do a general overview, methods of waste management. Oh, I should put these in bold for you. So recycling, taking the waste and turning it into something else, reusing it, maybe again, so that you're not having to purchase new each time. I'm thinking more about the business perspective of this. Incineration, burning the waste, but this is quite harmful for the environment. Landfill, so just getting rid of it. Composting, if it's organic waste that can decompose, or just making the design better so that it reduces the amount of waste that you're producing. So it is going to cost you to remove your waste sometimes. So you've got recycling, collection, and making sure that it's taken away and disposed of. And a lot of the time firms have to pay for this service as well, so it can add to your costs. But why do we do it? Well, why do we have to consider it? Well, there are benefits of waste management. So if you reduce the amounts of waste that you're producing, then it should reduce the cost of production and increase your profit margins. You may be able to find another use of your waste. The rest of the meat, sometimes called reclaimed meat, from a chicken, when you've cut off the legs, breast, wings, is used for chicken nuggets. It's a lovely thought, isn't it? All the little rubbishy bits of the chicken is used for chicken nuggets, but it's still food, isn't it? So, it's good waste not, want not, as they say. And you may be able to benefit from reductions in tax because you're reducing your pollution. So the emission trading scheme, EU emission trading scheme, rewards cleaner producers. And you don't need to buy as many permits. You can actually sell your permits, so you can make money if you're a cleaner producer. I found this on the internet, actually, just a Google search, and I thought it's really interesting, the different methods of waste disposal and what's most preferred by businesses. So preventing waste from occurring, minimising waste, reusing waste, recycling waste, energy recovery, I'm not actually too sure what that is, you might have to Google that yourself, and disposal of waste. And it's because this reduces the costs most, and this will probably cost the business. So it's interesting to see this is the most beneficial one for the business, and this is the least beneficial. Problems of waste management. Obviously, it's kind of logistical issue if you have to have an external company come and collect your waste, and it might, if it costs you more than it costs other firms, it might mean that your products have to be priced a little bit higher than other businesses, so that might reduce your competitiveness. In terms of ethics, I think these days it's certainly in the UK and in Western countries, we expect our businesses to act responsibly in terms of waste management and reduce the amount of waste they produce. And this is definitely also reflected in legal standards as well. Recently, if you go to your local tip, this got introduced actually on the 1st of June. If you go to your local tip, you have to pay per bag of rubble that you leave. Now you can recycle all the other stuff, but any bags of rubble that you produce, you have to pay for. And I'm not too sure how much the cost is per bag, but on the 31st of May, my husband and me, my husband and I even, have just had some renovations done to our house. And on the 31st of May, my husband looked this up, and it was about 6 o'clock, and we knew the tip closed at 7 o'clock. My husband's like, oh my gosh, we're going to have to pay £100 if we don't get all that rubble to the tip. And you should have seen us. We're not very strong people. We're a bit wimpy, really, trying to get all this rubble into the car and get it out. And oh my gosh, but we managed to save ourselves a little bit of money. But the building trade, it's expensive to get rid of waste. And they have to pay for that, so it increases their costs. And also, this links into the top one as well. Firms do these days promote the fact that they reuse and they recycle, and it's seen as a selling point for their business. So it can help with their marketing.